Good morning, children. Welcome to 6th standard social class. Students, last two classes we have studied about in history unit 2 great thinkers and new faith. In this class also we are going to continue the same lesson. There are two religions is started or enter into the India. One is Jainism and other one is Buddhism. Already we studied fully about Jainism. Now we are studying Buddhist Sangha. Buddha laid foundation for a missionary organization called Sangha. Sangha means one who preach the Buddhism to the people. So many peoples. So that is called Sangha. That is in Tamil we are telling Sangam, meaning association. Sangha means association. Association means group of people. Association means group of people participated in particular task. Okay. So what task they did? Propagation of his faith. Whose faith? Buddha faith. Okay. The members were called bhikshus. The members who are joined in the association are called bhikshus, that is monks. They led a life of austerity. They led a very simple life, that is called austerity. Okay, now we are going to see the meaning of few words. The Buddhist. Saitya. Saitya means a Buddhist shrine or a meditation hall. Saitya means a Buddhist holy place or pilgrim center, that is called Saitya. Next one, Viharas. Viharas means monasteries, living quarters for monks. So the monks, they are stayed in particular place, that is called Viharas. Next one, stupas. Stupas means built over the remains of Buddha's body. Stupa means is a remembrance of Buddha's to build a building, that is called stupa. They are monuments of great artistic value. It is a very valuable place, and we have to know the art of the peoples also. It's a monument place. Next one, Buddhist sects. There are two sections. In Buddhist, there are two sections. One is Hinayana and Mahayana. One is Hinayana and other one is Mahayana. We have to see the similarities or dissimilarities of these two sections. Okay. First one, Hinayana. First point, do not worship idols or images of Buddha. They do not any images of Buddha. But Mahayana worship images of Buddha. But Mahayana, they worship the image. They keep the statue of Buddha and they worshipped. Second point, Hinayana practiced austerity. Austerity means they led a simple and pure life. But Mahayana observed elaborate rituals. Observed elaborate rituals. Third one, believe that salvation of the individual as its goal. Hinayana believes that salvation means freedom of the individuals as its goal. Okay, here Mahayana believed that salvation of all beings as its objective. Next, fourth point, Hinayana used Prakrit language. Hinayana used Prakrit language, but Mahayana used Sanskrit language. Next one, Hinayana is also known as Theravada. Hinayana also known as Theravada. But Mahayana spread to Central Asia, Ceylon, Burma, Nepal, Tibet, China, Japan, where middle path was accepted. Where middle path was accepted. Okay. Next one, causes for the spread of Buddhism. Causes for the spread of Buddhism. What are the reason? What are all the reason spread of the Buddhism to all over the place? First one, simplicity of the teachings of Buddha in local language appeals to people. First point, the simplicity of the teachings, the language they speaking to people, very simple method. Next one, Buddhism rejected elaborate religious customs, whereas the practice of orthodox Vedic religion insisted on expensive rituals and sacrifices. The Buddhism, they rejected the elaborate religious customs. Okay. Next one, Buddha's emphasis was on observance of Dhamma. So, Buddha, they tell the people observance of Dhamma. Dhamma means non-violence. Non-violence means people should not fight. They lead a pure life. That is called Dhamma. Next one, Buddhist Sanghas played an important role in spreading the messages of Buddha. So the monks, the monks to spread the messages of Buddha very effectively to the people. Okay, next one, royal patronage under Ashoka, Kanishka and Harsha also helped the causes of Buddhism. So many kings, that is royal patronage. King Ashoka, King Kanishka, King Harsha. They are the very famous king on those days. They also spread the Buddhism to the people. Next one, Viharas. Viharas, what is the meaning of Viharas? Children already told. Viharas means living quarters for monks. Living quarters of monks. So, the monks living together to have a education center. Okay, one such center was Nalanda, where Huan Swan, the Chinese pilgrim, studied for many years. They teach the lesson side by side. They teach the Buddhist ideas also they teach. So these are all the methods to spread the Buddhism to all over the country very easily. Okay, next one, frescoes. Frescoes means paintings. Frescoes means paintings. Frescoes on the ceilings and the walls of the Ajanta caves in Aurangabad. So frescoes on the ceiling. Ceilings means on the top of the roof. And the walls of the Ajanta caves in Aurangabad in the state of Maharashtra depict the Jataka tales. What is the meaning of Jataka tales, children? Jataka is the one of the holy book of Buddhism. One of the holy book of Buddhism. Okay. Next one, middle path. It refers to neither indulging in extreme attachment to worldly pleasure, not committing severe penance. Okay, next one, we have to know the Jainism and Buddhism similarities and dissimilarities. Similarities means same. Dissimilarities means difference, not same. Okay, we have to see first similarities. Similarities means in the Jainism and Buddhism, they have the same kind of methods. First one, both Mahavira and Buddha hailed from royal families. So Mahavira, he started Jainism. Buddha, he started Buddhism. So these two people, they came from royal. Royal means rich family, king family. Okay. Yet they renounced royal privileges and choose to adapt an aesthetic life. Even though they are very rich, at the age of 29, they removed every royal life. They led a Aesthetic life means very simple life. Okay. Next one, denied the authority of Vedas. They are not mm, they are not having the Vedas methods. They denied the authority of Vedas. Second one, taught in the language of the common people. They taught the common people very simple language. Next one, admitted disciples from all the caste and from both the genders. They welcome the disciples. They welcome the disciples from all the caste and both genders, male and female. Next one, opposed to blood sacrifices. They opposed blood sacrifices. They uh, they don't like to shed the blood of the peoples or blood of the any animals. Next one, believed in the doctrine of karma. Both Jainism and Buddhism, they believed in the doctrine of karma. Next one, emphasis on right contact and right knowledge instead of performing religious ceremonials and rituals as the means to achieve salvation. The both religions tells they have to have the means to achieve salvation, freedom from the sins. Okay, these are the similarities. Next one, dissimilarities. Dissimilarities means difference, not same, different ideas. First one, Jainism. Jainism, it followed extreme path. Jainism, it followed maximum. They followed the ideas of the Jainism. But Buddhism, it followed middle path. It followed middle path. Next one, Jainism, it remained in India only. The Jainism, it remained in India only. But Buddhism, it spread across many parts of the world. But Buddhism, it spread to other countries also. That is, many parts of the world. Next, Jainism, it does not believe in the existence of God, but believes life in every living beings. So, Jainism believe in existence of God, but believes in life in every living being. People have to faith of the God. Next one, Buddhism, it emphasis on anattama, no external soul, and anitya, impermanence. Okay. Next one, Buddhist councils. Where are the important place? Where are the capitals for Buddhist councils? First council in Rajagraha. First council, it takes place in Rajagraha. Second councils take place in Vaishali. Third councils takes place in Padaliputra. Fourth council takes place in Kashmir. Okay. Next one, influence of Buddhism in Tamil Nadu. Even though it started in the north in India, how the Buddhism influenced in Tamil Nadu? Buddhism spread to Tamil Nadu much later than Jainism. After Jainism only Buddhism came to Tamil Nadu. Manimegalai, one of the epics of the post-Sangam age, is a Buddhist literature. We have to see in Manimegalai about Buddhism. Okay, so Buddha statue at Nagapattinam. See, in Tamil Nadu, Nagapattinam, Buddha statue also is present. So these are the evidences. Here, Buddha statue found at Pallur near Kanjipuram. In Kanjipuram also, we have to see the Buddhist Buddha statue. So we have to found. So the Buddhism is in Tamil Nadu also the spread. Okay. Next one, there is an elaborate description about Kanjipuram in classical epic Manimegalai. Already we studied. Kanjipuram was a famous Buddhist center from where Dinaga, the famous Buddhist logician, and Dharmapala, a great scholar of Nalanda University, hailed. So the Chinese traveler. Ivan Song also who visited the Kanjipuram. So he have to noticed the Ashoka, the Buddhism, the Buddha statue also is present in the Kanjipuram. Okay, thank you children.